Dear students, today we will be talking about Library and Information Center, INFLIBLENT Center, which is an IUC inter-university center of the University Grants Commission, established to provide information support to universities, colleges and other education of higher institutions in India. So, in the part 1 of this lesson, we will be talking about introduction and overview, library automation, union catalog and databases, Soul software and Vidwan databases. I will also like to give an overview of all the activities that INFLIBLENT Center performs before touching upon these 4 aspects. There will be in fact, the talk on INFLIBLENT would be divided into 4 parts. The first part would be covering basically library automation, union databases, Soul software and other activities like Vidwan databases. So, let us look at the journey of the INFLIBLENT Center. It was established in 1991 as a project to see whether it is feasible, whether it is successful, and it was started in 1991 and till 1996 it was a project, an IUCA, which is another university center of the University Grants Commission. In 1996 it was established as a full-fledged inter-university center of the University Grants Commission. 2002 it became known for its activities in library automation, union catalog and information support that it provided to the universities and colleges. In 1997 it consolidated its place and a consortium called UGC Infinite Digital Library Consortium came into effect. And now I will be talking about development that has happened from 2007 to 2012 and which is going on stronger now. So, let us take an overview of all activities that INFLIBLENT Center does before I touch upon library automation and union catalog part. So, to begin with, of course, the center was established to support universities and colleges to automate their libraries. So, library automation and database is our core activities that started way back in 1991. So, the university were provided money for automating their libraries and the catalog record that they produced was given to the INFLIBLENT Center for making INDCAT, which is the union catalog of bibliographic records available in university libraries. So, union catalog is basically a byproduct of library automation activity that happened in the universities. Soul software was established to support university libraries to do their library automation process. Vidwan database is a database that is prepared for by compiling profiles of researchers and university professor in a database format. So, we will be talking more detail about it. Yet another very important activity of the INFLIBLENT Center is consortium, where we provide electronic access to e-journals, e-books and databases to universities, colleges as well as to other institutions of higher education in the country. So, under consortium there are 3 initiatives. One is Enlist, which provides access to e-books and e-journals to colleges. UGC Infinite Digital Library Consortium that provides access to e-journals and e-databases to universities. We will be talking in detail about these initiatives. Then we have open access initiatives. Shodh Ganga is one of the leading open access initiatives, where we have more than 1 lakh theses available full text in a database that is openly available to everyone. We have another initiative called Shodh Gangotri, where approved synopsis or approved report of the PhD thesis is available at the time when a student or research scholar register himself for a PhD program. So, Shodh Ganga is yet another initiative. Then we have institution repository at INFLIBLENT Center, where research article produced by the faculty of the INFLIBLENT Center as well as those that are published in Planner and in Caliber, the 2 proceedings that we published biannually are available in this repository in open access. And yet another open access initiative that we have is called InfoNet, which is basically it is info port, which is basically links to important resources that are available or that are made available in Indian research organizations. OJAS is yet another important open access initiative, which is a platform provided to universities and colleges to publish their open access journals openly and freely on the platform that we provide using Open Journal system. So, these are basically our open access initiatives. Then we also have a ICSR data repository that hosts data that we have received from MOSPI. The MOSPI is Ministry of Statistics and Planning Implementation. So, the data received, unit level data received from these ministries are put into the open access repository. We will be talking more about data, why data is important and why we have come up with a repository for the data alone. So, we will be talking more detail about it. Then we have certain e-learning content or content related initiatives. One of them is EPG Pathshala, which basically is an initiative taken by National Mission on Education through ICT, where UGC was given a project to create content, syllabus based content in 77 subject. So, INFLIBLENT is basically institution that is steering this activity, where we get the content from the principal investigators in different subject and host in a repository that is designed specifically for this purpose. So, we will be talking about it in much detail. Then there is another initiative called e-Acharya, where content created under NME ICT, that is National Mission on Education through ICT, are gathered together and put in a single repository. If you look at the volume of the material that is available, one can see that there are tens of thousands of content that are created under various projects like EPG Pathshala, CEC at undergraduate level, NPTEL for technical institutions and several other projects. So, all the content created by various projects, there are more than 55 projects, are culled together, put together and put in a single repository with a single integrated search and browse platform. So, this is yet another e-content initiative that we have, and I will be talking much more detail about this content also. Then MOOCs is another direction that we have taken, where the content created under EPG Pathshala are being offered for a certification or for credits to the students. So, this is yet still in progress, but we will be talking about it also. The student we also have library science content available in EPG Pathshala for bachelor degree as well as for master degree, and you can avail you can look at those contents also as a supplementary material to your material that is already available to you. The INFLIBLENT also have a role to play in university ranking. You must have heard of NIRF, that is National Institution Framework for Ranking of Universities, where we provide support in terms of citations, in terms of publications and other details. So, that is yet another issue dimensions that INFLIBLENT has. So, now talking of these initiatives, now we will come down to the what we are going to cover in this particular part, which is library automation, union catalog and Vidwan database. So, as far as library automation is concerned, UGC on recommendation of the INFLIBLENT Center supported 142 universities and funded them for automating their libraries. 24 universities were additionally supported during 11 plan period. These universities got the funds for automating their libraries as well as for procuring essential infrastructure that is required like server, PCs and other things to start their automation library. They also had non-plan fund to automate their libraries, to create bibliographic records of books that are available in the library, and they also got a position of information scientists that were available, made available to them for supporting the automation process. So, in mid 90s, the library software were not available. So, INFLIBLENT Center were approached to start to initiate development of a library software, and started with integrated library management software that we provided to the university on Windows platform as well as on Unix platform. The development started, which ultimately led to construction of software called SOL. We started defining standards. Standard, as you know, are very important. The library must follow standard, so that they can create standard record that they contribute to Union Catalog, that they can share with other libraries, and that they can port from one software to another. So, standards are important for that matter. We also had common standard to facilitate inter-university center. Faculty, researchers and other people were trained for using library collections, and the real benefit of library automation came when university had done part of their library automation and contributed those records for Union Catalog. And the Union Catalog was formed by records contributed to by various universities to the INFLIBLENT Center. So, we have a separate Union Catalog consisting of contributions coming from more than 165 universities. Right now, we have about 81 lakhs unique records that are available with us. We have total number of records is more than 140 crores now. So, it is a huge records that are the huge database of record 1 crore 40 lakhs that are available with us coming from 165 university. Likewise, we also have a thesis database that consists of 2 lakh 69,000 records available with us in open access. We have a serials database which consists of about 33,000 unique records and about 50,000 serials holding. That basically means back volumes that are available with us with the universities. So, these Union Catalog have a catalog record as well as holdings as to which university has which book, which university have which serial and thesis, and likewise. We also have a database of video recordings that are available with CEC. About 15,000 records are available with us for video that are available in universities. So, one can search Union Catalog of books, thesis and current serials separately as well as a unified interface. It is also possible for university to search their own library catalog in our Union Catalog. So, they can restrict their search only to their own university, or they can expand to cover all the 165 universities. So, that is an option that is available. The Union Catalog also offer a facility to download records, which means that if a record is available in the Union Catalog, libraries can directly download into their union in their library software. So, they do not have to recreate record, which also means that they save money to the tune of about 25 rupees per record. So, the Union Catalog provides facilities to download records from the Union Catalog and put it into their software. It also provides interfaces to download records in bulk or upload record in bulk into the Union Catalog. And in fact, we have developed a software where the cataloging can be initiated at Union Catalog, which basically means that you start typing the records, and if the record is available in the Union Catalog, you download into your software and leave an imprint that this record is also available in such and such library, which is cataloging, or if the record is not available, then you can create a new record. So, this is a new initiative that we have taken and it is bearing fruit. So, what are the distinct feature of Union Catalog? It is a large collection or richest collection of bibliographic records available in entire India. In fact, Delnet is another network, library network that provides Union Catalog, but their Union Catalog is open only to members. Our Union Catalog is available to everybody to view, to use and to upload their own records. In fact, now we have expanded that any university, any college can become a part of our union catalog. And it is only catalog in India which supports copy cataloging as well as downloading of records in bulk. Copy cataloging features save cost on bibliographic records, that like I mentioned, every records cost about 25 rupees. So, you save on them and you save time on that you spend on cataloging a record, in assigning keywords. So, those times are saved and you create a record which is much more authentic and which has gone through by several other libraries also and been authenticated by INFLIBLENT Center. So, we are trying to add more authoritative records and records are enhanced all the time in the union catalog. Coming to the library software, library automation software, like I mentioned that especially in mid 90s, now you have several options about library software, but mid 90s there was no sturdy software that was available which are affordable to the university. So, the INFLIBLENT Center started developing a software and SOL is the byproduct of that efforts. So, we had several rounds of consultation with library experts, experienced librarians, and we came up with this software. The SOL was released in 2000, version 1 of the SOL was released, and then we came up with several other updation on it. So, and like I mentioned, in 1996 we have an integrated library management system available for DOS and Linux, and we gave it to the university free of cost. In 2000, the version 1 of the software were released, and in 2001 and 2 we came up with several updates which was given free of cost to the those who have purchased it. 2009 SOL version 2 of the SOL came, and of course, we are releasing updates all the time which are downloadable free of cost from the SOL site. 2016 we proposed to bring version 3 of SOL 2.0, and we are also working on web version of SOL 2.0, SOL 3.0. So, this is we propose to release them by the end of 2016. Let us look at what are the features of this software and what is our width and what is our depth in terms of number of software that are installed. So, we have more than 3000 software that are installed, and of course, the orders are additional orders are pouring in. The state government like Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat's Technology University, Gujarat Public Libraries, they have all gone for SOL software for automating their libraries. We help them, we handhold them in the process of library automation. The SOL software has been given free of cost to entire northeastern region. So, there are more than about 400 libraries in south northeastern region which have SOL 2.0 available to them completely free, along with whatever support they require. So, in fact, there are many other states who are in contact with us to provide SOL software to the libraries in their particular states, and we do that, and it generates an average revenue of about 1 crore every year for INFLIBLENT Center. Let us look at SOL 2.0 features. It is compliant to most of the international bibliographic standards. It is compliant to Mark 21. Compliance to Mark 21 basically means that you can download records that are available in Mark format. That means you can download record from Library of Congress, from Union Catalog, INDCAT, or you can download from any others which is Mark compliant. It is compliant to SIP2 and NCIP, which are protocol for RFID. That means that any RFID component you can add and you can make your library RFID compliant. There are no additional charges for it. It is inbuilt into SOL 2.0. We support a multi-language platform, which means compliant to the languages, various languages. We support multimedia supports, which means Windows and Linux are both supported. There is a provision to provide URL, and we also support providing attachment to the Union catalog. So, you can attach records to your library catalog also. Support stock verification, track location, and we support multi lingual environment, because we are Unicode compliant, and of course, article indexing is also supported. Now, we will come to Vidwan database. As to Vidwan database, like I mentioned, it is an expert database and national research network, where we host profiles of professors and researchers who are there in various field of activities. So, as you can see, the potential experts in the database comes from universities. There are more than 790 universities. There are 5,700 organizations in the country, the 50,000 senior scientists, and about 1,24,000 professors who are there in the university system, and about 1,83,000 associate professors. So, there is a large potential of making such a database, and which database is basically designed so that people in ministry, in UGC and other organization can make their expert panels for various activities, for task forces, for other things. So, this effort is ongoing and we are building on it. So, it is basically policy decisions can be taken by by the professors that are there in the database. We invite people for by nominations. So, vice chancellors and directors of the institute can nominate people. We invite by invitation those who are citation laureates, those who have attained name, we invite them to enroll themselves in Vidyan database, and we also ask people to contribute their bibliographic or their profiles on voluntary basis. What are the attributes of experts that we put into the database? As you know, in a bibliographic database, essential elements are title, author, imprint, publisher's name. Likewise, in a scientific profile of a author or a scientist, the essential component are personal details. In that, it means his designations, his role, his name, his contact details, qualifications, experience, expertise that he has in terms of keywords, in terms of detailed write-up, publication that he has, and what is his research activities. So, these are the details we have for every profile that are hosted in Vidwan database. Then how do we process the data? We ask a scientist or a Vidwan to register in the database. The data is validated from various sources. His eligibility is checked, whether he is eligible to get into the database. Expertise means that he should have certain number of experience, he should have certain number of characteristics. So, those characteristics, those variables are verified, and that his profile is put into the database. Profile is made activated, and the concerned scientist is given link to this database, so that he can edit his profile. He can add to what he has already done. He can at times visit his profile and make additions or alteration in the time that comes. So, currently the Vidwan database has more than 19,600 records available in it from 2,167 organizations. So, it is in the different field and it is growing. So, you can see that it is a responsive website. One can see it from mobile, from laptop and other devices. It is automatically updated because we use an ID called Orchid ID. So, Orchid is a database which is some kind of a Aadhaar for scientists. Every scientist must have an Orchid ID. So, with this Orchid ID, all the records, his publication records, his other records, his scientific experiments, his publications are all updated in a dynamic fashion using Orchid ID. So, one can browse by organization, one can browse by expertise, one can browse by academic accomplishment, honors and awards, all these things are available in the database. All the experts in the database is divided into 8 subject categories, which are basically Web of Science categories. You can see they are agriculture sciences, biological sciences, chemical sciences, engineering and technology, medical and health sciences, physical sciences, social sciences, arts and humanities, and each profiles is also categorized according to the institution that they represent. So, central university, state universities, deemed to be universities, then research R&D organization. So, these kind of categories are assigned to every record that are available in Vidwan database. Vidwan database, as you can see, has a web interface, you can see in the screenshot, and objective is to basically see that these database is used by policy makers, by UGC, by MHRD for making different kind of committees that they do as a regular activity. You can see some of the screenshot as you when you search a record, the records how they appear, what are the various facets of record that they come according to the subject category, according to the subject categories, and other things. So, I am just showing you some of the screen sheets and the features. You can see that how it appears on mobile, how it appears on laptop, what are the various fields that are affair, and then you can see publications that they appear and drawn from other. This is a profile by for Secretary, Secretary Ministry of Science and Technology. You can see his author network, how he is co-published with other authors. So, now coming to the gist of this presentation, today we have discussed some of the major activities of library of information and library network INFLIBLENT Center, where we talked about library automation, the support that was given by UGC in terms of finance, and technical support that was given by the INFLIBLENT Center, which led to the automation of libraries. We the sole software, its developments, its features that were discussed, and then we talked about making of union catalog by contributions received from various university in terms of bibliographic records that they produced. And resultantly, we have a union catalog that consists of about 1 crore 40 lakhs records, which universities can search. It is available in open access to everybody. You can search them, can locate a book available in various libraries, and you can download a record for your own library software in case you require. So, this was in gist what we presented today, and in the subsequent talk we will be touching upon other aspects. For example, we will be talking about library consortium activity, we will be talking about open access initiative that INFLIBLENT has, and other like university ranking and other activities, e-content development. So, in subsequent topics we will be talking about it. Thank you.